Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do an analysis in JASP. I'm going to do factorial ANOVA. I think that if I just run through one of them, you can probably figure out how to do others. It's a really intuitive and easy to use system, especially once you get familiar with different types of analyses. So, something as you may have learned already, it's available for download on both Mac and Windows. I'm using the Mac version, and the PowerPoint that I've prepared also shows how to use an online version if you choose not to download it. They're all absolutely free. I find that the downloaded version actually runs quite a bit faster and has a few extra options, a little easier to use. So if you do have a little computer space, it's worth doing that. But either one's fine. All right, so what I'm going to do, if you're a Windows user, just go to the Start menu. Mac users, just go to Launchpad. What you'll find is this opening screen. Up here, I'm going to go to Open, Computer, and then I'm going to go to My Documents. If you're using the online version, you need to make sure that your folders from your Google Drive are available and that your file is in there. That's described in the PowerPoint. All right, so I'm just under regular documents here. Factorial Stroop. So I load that up, and you can see that I've got the data set up with all of my dependent variable values in one column, and each one is identified as in one of two format conditions and in one of two color conditions. And in my previous video on how to set it up in Google Sheets, you'll see I have the exact same thing here. Now, super easy to run this. I know that I've got two independent variables and one dependent variable, so I'm going to do a factorial ANOVA. So just go to ANOVA. I'm going to do regular ANOVA because these are independent samples. If I had the same people in all the different conditions, or at least two of the conditions, I would do that, but nope, this is for independent. All right, so in my window here, it tells me all the variables I've entered, and I can analyze all of them at one time or just a couple. I've only entered variables I'm interested in. So let's see. Seconds is my dependent variable. And these two things, they're independent variables in an experimental design that's called a factor. So they're going to be over here as fixed factors. So my outcome, which everyone has measured the same way, and the conditions, which are my group differences. All right, so the second I put it over there, it already has popped up here with a source table. Notice in the source table, I've got my format, that's my first independent variable. Colors is my second, and format times colors is the interaction. I've been describing this as within groups variance. Another term for that is called a residual. We haven't talked about what residual means, but it's just a type of error. And notice that this source table has everything that we did in class except for the total, because we don't really use the total for the actual tests. So over here you see that the F and the P values are given for the main effect of format, the main effect of colors, and the interaction. And just as we found in class, all three are significant.